Welcome one, welcome all to the MGMFL 2025 NFL Draft Preview Show, presented to you by Sweet Baby Ray's, Honda, and Samuel Adams. We will hear from our sponsors here shortly. My name is Mors Draconis, or some of you know me as just Mike, and we are about to get started here. Excited. Just need to make sure everything looks okay, everything sounds okay, and that we have everything going here. Give me one hot second. Looks like that is going. Excellent connection. We're good. Excellent. Okay. Bring that back up. Get everything going. Get my shit. Okay. So welcome everyone. And we will be going through all 32 picks of the 2025 NFL draft that we have coming up in the league. With yours truly. And let's hear from our sponsors. First, we have Sweet Baby Ray's. Woo-wee! Sweet Baby Ray's award-winning barbecue sauce was started back in 1985, named after his little brother's nickname as a kid, Chef Larry. Chef Larry, folks, from Sweet Baby Ray's, perfected a barbecue sauce that can't be beat. Now, over 30 years later, Sweet Baby Ray's has grown their product line to include 20 flavors. What started in the basement is now in backyards, ballparks, and grocery stores all over the country. But for all that success, Sweet Baby Ray's has stayed true to their roots, constantly looking for new ways to improve their next meal with the best sauce available. So head on out to your local supermarket or grocery store, with a mask on, of course, because wear your freaking mask, people, and try one of their new wing sauces. In buffalo, mild buffalo, honey barbecue, sweet chili, sweet red chili, or kickin' bourbon. Because no matter the sauce, their motto stays the same. The sauce is the boss. Sweet Baby Ray's. Next up, we have Honda. Now, don't let the comfort fool you. Don't let the attention to detail lead you to believe that Honda is a delicate machine, because you'd be wrong, folks. Underneath every surface that carries a Honda badge, there has always been the capacity to amaze. Rise to the challenge of the rugged performance of a Honda Pilot, a Honda Passport, or the Honda Ridgeline. Honda, official vehicle of the MGMFL. Go to mgmfl.honda.com. Search by zip code for an official Honda dealer in your area today. That's mgmfl.honda.com. And finally, folks, we have Samuel Adams. Over the years, beers have come and beers have gone, but one has stayed the same. Samuel Adams is tried and true blue companion, independently crafted from the finest everything since 1984. Samuel Adams, once again, has the best winter lagers available year in and year out, and this year is no different, folks. Be sure to try their Winter Classics Variety Pack, filled with some of the best winter beers you can get, including the Holiday White Ale, my personal favorite, folks. Love me a nice, crisp, cold Holiday White Ale, along with the always awesome Sam 76 and the Holiday Porter. Gotta love the Holiday Porter for the nice full bitter taste. So this winter, declare your independence from common beer with a nice ice cold Sam Adams Boston Lager. Alright, and that's thank you to our sponsors. Once again, not actually sponsored. This is a gag. Please don't sue me. We come to our first pick, folks. The Jacksonville Jaguars. With pick number 1, their team needs are QB, which I don't know if that remains the same or not, because they did trade away one the pick number 20 in the first round to the Eagles, Carson Wentz, to fill the QB spot. That is completely upended the top of the draft, folks. Everyone was convinced that Jacksonville would take Justin Noel. He's the number one overall QB in the class. He's the number one everything. My goodness, this kid has it all. I mean, he has, what was his 40? A 4.6 40. His 3-cone and his 20-yard dash are both first in the class. Easily going to have 85 speed. And easily 90 agility, 90 acceleration. Change of direction is going to be ridiculous. I mean, hell, he even has a 17 bench press. He's going to be strong. He's big. He's 6'4", 225. He is the prototypical quarterback. 22 years of age, out of Texas A&M. Scrambler QB, which we all know. Jacksonville Jaguars owner, which is myself. I love me a scrambling QB. Love me some running around, some hectic play, but I didn't feel it. I didn't think it was the right way to go. So instead, I went out and I got Carson Wentz for my lowest first round pick. Easy deal. 100% do that all day. And while many people have Eric Buck out of LSU as the top prospect in the draft, if you aren't looking for a QB, because my God, he's the number one person in the draft. 6'5", 265, with just 26 bench reps, 22 years old, out of LSU. He's fast, he's strong, he hits, he will knock the shit out of somebody. But Jacksonville doesn't need a defensive end. Jacksonville needs big boy up in the middle. And that's why me, being Jacksonville Jaguars owner, will be going Cassius Alexander, number 1. DT out of USC. 6'4", 307. Second in the 40-yard dash. 21 years old. With a 4.7 40-yard dash. 30 bench reps. First in 3-cone. First in 20-yard shuttle. He has everything I'm looking for. I'm looking for speed at DT. I need power at DT. I need the ability to go from sideline to sideline at DT. And this is what this motherfucker's going to give me. And that's why we're making Cassius Alexander the number 1 overall pick for the Jackson Jaguars. I don't even need to bring up what's happening with my team. I know what's happening. We know what's happening. Carson Wentz is the QB. We're going to see what we can do with Carson Wentz. We still got Dalvin Cook. And we just picked up Devontae Parker to help solidify our wide receiver core with big bodies, strong guys that can reach up in the air, drag down the pass, and get our shit going. And we already have 2 solid players at defensive end. We just need that big man up the middle. That's Cassius Alexander. On to the next pick. New Orleans Saints, sitting there at number 2. Everyone convinced there's no way. No way the quarterback's going to go to them. No way he's going to fall from the number 1 pick. But here he is. He's fallen, folks. And there's just... So the Saints have basically been given a gift. There's just no way that they don't take Justin Noel. He's the full package. He has everything. He's the neck. He's basically Deshaun Watson. He's Russell Wilson. He's maybe even Patrick Mahomes. We don't know. Maybe. He does have speed. He doesn't have Lamar Jackson speed, but he's got speed, folks. And he's fast. He's big. He's got a strong arm. It's not the strongest arm, but he has a strong arm. And he's going to be able to make all the throws. It just basically remains seen if he can translate from Texas A&M to the NFL. But in my humble opinion, the Saints go Justin Noel number 2 overall out of Texas A&M. That is their pick, folks. They need the Saints. They don't necessarily need a quarterback. They have Will Hackett, and I have it in good authority that the owner and coach for the Saints likes Will Hackett. Will Hackett is, fits what he's trying to do. But I don't see how he passes up on the number one QB in the class at this point. He has other needs, most definitely. I mean, they have middle linebacker, they have outside linebacker, they have corner, they have guard. Like, all of those are needs. And they could take, a DT instead, sure. They could take, they could take Gordon Flowers, Michigan State DT. Sure, absolutely. They could take, they could reach down and they could just take Marcus Love, Kansas State guard, to fill that spot. But there just isn't a middle linebacker worth a damn in this class. Just is not one worth a damn anywhere close to this pick, anywhere in the first round to begin with. Outside linebacker, you got to be in the 20s or so to even think about an outside linebacker at this point. They could take Eric Buck. Eric Buck could theoretically move to outside linebacker. He has the speed, he has the power, he's got the size for it, he's got the range. He could move to outside linebacker. So it is possible that they take Eric Buck here. But my prediction is Justin Noel, QB out of Texas A&M, is their pick. So next, we once again have my team, Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 3 overall pick. I actually did not write down who we got that from. I forget who we got that pick from. Let me look. I don't remember. I think that might have been the Rams that we got that pick from. But anyway. Number 3 overall pick. Lots of choices. My goodness. Yes, that was from the Los Angeles Rams. Misspelled Los Angeles. Thank you, Microsoft Word, or Google Docs, excuse me, for fixing my mistake. Anyway, number 3 overall pick. Our second of 3 top 10 picks, because I know how to work the motherfucking draft, let me tell you. We filled one of our positions in need. DT, we're good. Perfect. Got our guy there already. Now guard. It's a need. It's not 100% a need though, because if you look, we have moved some people around, and I am totally fine with Corn Coleman and Trey Morgan. Trey Morgan is a beast. Trey Morgan will be on this team until he's 30 at least. He will be my starting right guard until he's 30, easy. Coleman, he's a journeyman, but he gets the job done. So guard isn't 100% a need at this point. What we need is a safety. And why I say that is because our free safety is not the best. Daniel Thomas, he's okay. He gets the job done, but he's not the best. And for that, we're going Michael Irving. Strong safety out of Georgia. He's a bit of a reach, sure. He's not. I don't think he's even in the top 10. He is not. No, I take that back. He's number 9. He's number 9. So he is a bit of a reach. My goodness, he is a hell of a player. 4.5 speed. Vert jump, second in the class at 37 inches. 20-yard shuttle, 3-cone, wonderful. Even 17 bench reps, so he's got strength. He's a big body, 6'1", 209, 22 years old out of Georgia. He's everything I'm looking for. I mean, he hits like a truck. He's got good man coverage. I wish his zone coverage was up there as well, but that's okay. I'm sure it's probably somewhere in there as well. He's a good player though. And he's our pick. He's where we're going, 3rd overall. That's the plan at least. We'll see if that works out or not. So there you go. That is predicting myself when it comes to what pick will be taken. Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals. Computer-controlled team. Has been a computer-controlled team for, I think this is the second season now, so they're starting to kind of fall apart a little bit here or there. They need help at guard. They need help at guard badly. The only guard they have is 75 overall at 29 years of age. Their other guards, definitely not starter quality at all. Now, theoretically, they could move AJ Hall to guard, and that may be a fix that we do depending on what they do in the draft here. But my prediction is they have a desperate. Oh gosh, I completely skipped over that. They have a desperate need at running back. They have absolutely nothing to speak of at running back. They haven't done anything to fix that issue at all. I mean, they have two incredible wide receivers in Christian Kirk and DeAndre Hopkins. They have the skills there. I mean, they have a need at tight end as well, but you don't take tight end at 4th overall. Defensively, they're pretty good. I mean, defensively, they got young guy. They got DeMarcus Lawrence, which I believe they just signed because he was a free agent, and they have some decent guys at tackle, linebacker. They have some young guys that have promise. I mean, 23-year-old, 24-year-old, middle linebacker's great. They got young guys at both outside linebacker spots. Easily, those guys will fill the position. They need corner. Corner is big time, but big time corners are pretty much big time everywhere in the league. Everybody needs a corner. There's always people that need corners, and I hate to tell you, but this is not the draft for corners, fellas. You're not gonna get one here. You're gonna there's maybe 2 in the first round that are worth it, and that's it. But Cardinals need a running back, but unfortunately, there's no way they reach down for Bradley Perrin, which is the number 1 running back in the class, but he's 22nd on the board, and there's no way they reach down for that. They're taking Eric Buck. They're gonna fill in, more of their defensive line. It's gonna give them a guy behind DeMarcus Lawrence. It's gonna give them the ability to to have somebody else there. Now, obviously, they could move Deontay Mathis around. They could move Eric Buck to defensive tackle even if they wanted. He has the size for it and the strength, so he's definitely the pick, 100%. So that's that. Tennessee Titans. Their dude's gonna run to the podium as quickly as possible at this point. They're taking Kenny Berry out of TCU, 100%. The Titans need a tackle. Actually, no, they don't. Not anymore. They apparently signed one. Very interesting. So there you go, folks. Things are changing on the fly. I still think they take the tackle. They need a tackle. They need depth at offensive line in general. There's simply no way that they don't continue to build on that. And here I even mentioned that they need to help protect Daniel Jones, and then they go and sign Chase Oliver over top of Daniel Jones, and they're just like, hey, fuck you, Daniel Jones. We're gonna get the other guy in here. So that's interesting as well. Damn. All right. Tennessee Titans, Kenny Berry, out of TCU. Taken. Next, we have the Cleveland Browns, 6th pick overall. Browns need help at O-line, 100%. And there's a possibility that they take Joe Mackey, or maybe they take Isaac Dempsey. Both a bit of a reach. Not much of a reach, but a bit of a reach. But they need help. They need help in the middle. And they're going to take Gordon Flowers. Gordon Flowers, defensive tackle, Michigan State, 6'5", 309. He is your prototypical defensive tackle. He's exactly what they need. They have the defensive ends. They got Myles Garrett. They got Eli McLeod. They can move one of them to defensive end, to left end, and then they just need a second defensive tackle there for behind to play next to Jordan Elliott, and they're golden. That's the guy, Gordon Flowers. That's their pick. Next, we have the New York Jets. New York Jets. One of those teams that it blows my mind. They were 10-5-1 last season. Were super close to the. I'm pretty sure they made the playoffs and our things just fucked up and it doesn't have it on there. But they were super close to winning the Super Bowl. And they're a heck of a team. They're 87 overall. They have an offensive line that's just absolutely beastly offensive line. They got Dak Prescott playing best football in his fucking life. They could use a running back. They have a couple of guys that are young. So there's a good possibility that they don't go that route. They have two excellent young guys in Robert Haven and Jermaine Gold at wide receiver. So they're solid there. They got a young guy behind Jace Sternberger at tight end. They're good there. They need solid players at linebacker. And that's where Isaiah Benford comes into play. Speed rusher out of Alabama. Isaiah Benford, 6'5", 270. The guy's a beast. He has a 4.6 340. He's number one in the 3-cone, number one in the 20-yard dash. 21 years old. The dude is a monster. And he's easily could play defensive end. He could play linebacker. He has the speed to play linebacker. He has the speed to play with his hand in the dirt, come off the edge. He could easily do either. And they don't necessarily need a defensive end. I mean, they have two solid young guys. I mean, Jaden Battle is one of the best defensive ends in the league. But they could easily move Jaden Battle to linebacker, or they can move Isaiah Benford to linebacker. I mean, 270 is a little heavy for a linebacker, but he would be a beast at linebacker. So, absolutely 100% the pick. He's a hell of a player, and the Jets will not be sad getting Isaiah Benford. Next, we have the Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders. They need interior offensive linemen all around. They need both guard positions and center. They need them all. And unfortunately for them, at this position, the best guy they have available is Marcus Love out of Kansas State. He's 6'4", he's 337, he's 35 bench reps. He's 21 years old. He's a strong mo, and he's fast. I mean, he ran a 5.09 in the 40, 337, 5.09. That's ridiculous. He's a hell of an athlete, and he's good. And he's going to be, I mean, he could play all three interior line positions. He's going to be a star. He has well-rounded qualities, even for his archetype. He's going to be one of those dudes that's going to be like, I won't give away what his talent level is, but he's going to be one of those dudes that's like for instance, 75, 74, 74, like that type of thing. Like he's gonna, all of his overalls are gonna be real close. He's gonna be one of those dudes that you're gonna be like, ugh, but at the same time you're gonna be like, ooh, because he's good. He's gonna be good. But 9, you have us again, the Jacksonville Jaguar, and once again, I mean, this draft is played right into our hands. Could that be my doing? Maybe. But out of all the players available left, we could use a wide receiver. Maybe not so much now that we have, God, his name escapes, but Devontae Parker. Maybe not so much now. But we could still use a wide receiver. We could use another big-bodied, powerful, talented wide receiver. And that's why we go and we dip down a little bit. But the dude is talented. He's not exactly a big body, though. Jalen Starling, out of South Carolina. He's only 5'9". He's only 176. But he has 4.4 speed, highest 3-cone, highest shuttle, 15 bench reps. He's a vert of 37 inches. He's talented, guys. He's really talented. He's 23, so not exactly the age you want to get, you know. But man, B+. I mean, I'll give it away. He has a B+ catching traffic. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the meaty catching traffic stat. Just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. That's how you get guys open, catching traffic. So there you go. That's what we're looking for. And my prediction, based on how everything goes at this point, that's where we're going. The next, let's speed this up a little bit. We have the LA Chargers. LA Chargers, pick 10. They're going cornerback. They need corner. Desmond King, he broke 30. He's 30 years old now. He's old. It's time to replace my dude. He's amazing. Don't get me wrong. But Cole Morrell out of Pittsburgh is sitting there begging to be taken. 6 feet tall, 205. He's a big body guy. Blazing speed. I'm talking blazing speed. 4.3, 4.40. 23 years old though. So there's a trade-off. But my goodness. He has a 38.8 inch vertical. He can literally leap out of the stadium, folks. And he has a bench press of 15 reps. For a corner, that's ridiculous. That is easily 75 strength for a corner. That's insane. Dude is going to be a well-rounded killer corner. 6'5", 205. And that's who the Chargers will be going with their 10th pick. This is, like I said, they need corner help. I mean, they have a young dude in Tevin Hood. He's good. He's fast. 95 speed. Like, that's insane. He's great. But then they have Desmond King. They have Xavier Howard. They have Carlos Buchanan. 3 older guys. Buchanan's 26. He's getting there. But Desmond King and Xavier Howard, the 88 speed, the 89 speed, that's ugh. That's ugh. That just makes me cringe, guys. Ugh. You gotta get that higher speed. Need that speed. I mean, we got fucking Chiefs with their 99 overall, 99 speed wide receivers to deal with, for God's sake. You need higher speed. That's why they're going Cole Murray. Dude's a blazer. It's gonna be amazing. Next, Tampa Bay. 11th pick. What are they going? Free safety. They need linebacker help. They need defensive end help. No, wait. No, they don't. I'm sorry. They do not need those because they are developing really talented guys back there, which we'll see when we look at their depth chart. I'm an idiot. They got DeAndre Bigby, excuse me. They have Matthew Springs, 22 years old, 75 overall. Beautiful. They need defensive tackle. I mean, they got Vita Vea, and they got Iona Man, Matthew Ioannidis, one of my favorite players that is currently on the Washington football team. Linebacker. They need some help, but they have some young dudes too. Clarence Harrell, Trey Moore that they have starting, and George Terry. All talented guys with adequate everything. They could easily play all three positions, to be honest. They need corner help. They have so many 28-year-old corners. My God. 28. Ugh. It's like a nightmare. But what they need more than anything is a free safety to replace Antoine Winfield Jr. They need a safety, folks. There just isn't a corner available at this position worth taking. So what do they do instead? They take Darrell Motley out of Texas Tech. Free safety, 5'9", 225 though. 225 at 5'9". He's like a little package of just steel and like rock, just ready to knock the shit out of somebody. Woo. Out of Texas Tech. The dude's a beast. 4.6 speed. Freaking 35-inch vert. 3-cone is first in the class. 20-yard shuttle is third in the class. He did 21 bench reps. The dude's insane. Could easily see them even moving him to corner. With that kind of bench rep and I'm going to say for real, the type of speed, the type of skills this dude's got, he's a corner waiting to be played. Waiting to be played at this point. He's a hell of a player. And he's going to fill in nicely there. Now, as you'll see in my notes, I could easily see them take Arthur Richardson out of NC State at DT. They could take him. It could be where they go. He is a good player. They do need depth there as well. So, that is a possibility. I could also see them reach for Javier Nelson, the corner out of Purdue. He's a zone corner. Maybe that's what they're looking for. I mean, they do run the 4-3 cover 3 scheme. So that is a possibility. They do need zone corners. So there is a possibility they go that direction. We'll see. My prediction, though, is they go Darrell Motley. He's amazing. He's their pick, in my opinion. Next, we have the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers need secondary help badly. They need help. Their corners are all low. They have Henry Woodward. Henry Woodward is spectacular, folks. One of the best man cover corners in the league right now. But honestly, they would have loved to have had Darrell Motley. Or Darrell Motley, excuse me. Darrell Motley. They would have loved to have him. Because they need free safety help as well. But he's got taken already. So they take the next best thing. Javier Nelson out of Purdue. 5'10", 193. An amazing zone corner. 4.5 speed. He has great 3-cone, great 20-yard shuttle, great bench press. He's 23 years old. That is the one knock on the kid, is sadly he didn't come out 2 years ago. But he's a hell of a player, and at this point, they'll take any corner they can get. He'll easily be that overall or higher. They'd be crazy not to take him. Next, we have the Chargers. LA Chargers, who took a corner, Cole Morrell already. So now they need outside linebacker. They need defensive end. And that is where they go DJ Pettis out of Clemson. 6'5", 266. Got a 4.6 40. He's 21 years old. You just want to eat that up. Oh, 21 years old. You love it. You love to see it. He's top 10 in literally every category in the combine. The dude's amazing. He's going to be amazing. He has speed to play pretty much everywhere. Stand up in the dirt. Do what you want with him. The dude's amazing. He's the best of what's available at that position. Now, next we have once again the LA Chargers. And here they take the no-brainer last pick that they have that they need in Doran Hoskins. Doran Hoskins out of Clemson. He is 6'4", 328. He's strong. He's first in bench reps, first in the 20 cone, first in the 3 cone. The dude is an athlete at 6'4", 328. 21 years old. He is amazing. He has such a nose for run blocking. It basically allows the Chargers to do what they want with their offensive line. They could move Nelson Dunn inside. They could just simply replace Sergio Marino at, I think it was at right guard. Right guard, but they did bring in Brandon Brooks. That is a new development since I wrote this, folks. They did bring in Brandon Brooks. So maybe they don't go Doran Hoskins. Maybe they go something else. Maybe they take a luxury pick and they go running. Well, they don't even need running back though. Maybe they take a luxury pick on a wide receiver. Maybe they take a luxury pick on a corner. I don't think there's any corners available at this point though. So I think my pick stays the same. They take Doran Hoskins. It makes the most sense. Fill in behind guys. It makes sense. Even still. Next, we have Indianapolis Colts, who desperately need a left tackle. And at this point, they take left tackle Joel Mackey, who has slid down the board from his 8th spot to their 15th pick. He's the leader. Oh, I hit the wrong button there. My goodness. Get back there, game. Come on, man. He has number 1 bench press at 38 reps. Number 1 in the 20-yard shuttle. Number 2 in the 40-yard dash. A 4.92 at 6'7", 307. He's 23 years old, so there is unfortunately that downside. But my God, he's a physical freak. You'd be insane not to want him on your team. Like I wrote in the document, he's the pick for the Indianapolis Colts. It's a no-brainer. Get these Chargers out of here. We're done with them. Move on. Let's go. They need a left tackle. They need a tackle general. Maybe they like Eric Smith. I don't. Put Joel Mackey in there. You're good to go. Next, Miami Dolphins. They need a replacement in the wings, the offensive line. Eric Dempsey out of Stanford. The right tackle out of Stanford. 6'4", 313. He's a hell of a player. He's 21 years old. Top 5 in 3-cone and 20-yard. 9th and 40. Not the most bench presses at only 33. But he has a nose for run block. And his footwork and space is... it's chef's kiss. It's amazing. It's the best you can look for. He's a hell of a player. He's going to be who they're going to take. They need that far more than they need defensive help, in my opinion at least. I mean, they have Jamel Phillips, they have Richard Lindsay, they have so many young guys at all 3 defensive line positions. They have amazing players at at all 4 of their linebacker positions. I mean, my God, Josh McDougall and Jerome Baker at middle linebacker, probably the best middle linebacker combo in the fucking league right there. Sure, they could use a corner. I think everybody could, obviously, but otherwise, they got to be happy with what they got. They're gonna take Isaac Dempsey, right tackle out of Stanford. Next, the Bengals. Let's see where they're sitting. I have them saying that, and they did indeed. So originally they had Tremaine Jackson as their only defensive tackle. They brought in Jaron Reed, and it looks like they also brought in Randy Joyner. So they're good at defensive tackle, as I stated. Their main target's going to be cornerback, and that's where they're going to go, I think. Unless they made a big signing, they most definitely did. They need corners. Now, they do have some young guys at corner. They have 24, 25, 25, 24. They have young guys at corner. They lack speed. My God, look at that. Not a single player with more than 89 speed. That's awful. Sad. Sad for them. They need a dude that is blazing fast, and they're going to get it. And Marion Smith. 4.47 40-yard dash. 22 years old, 6'2", 196. He's what they need. They need speed. Now, granted, he has not shown the pure big body corner that you need from the combine. His combine leaves something to be desired. But speed kills, folks. You can't teach speed. You can't coach speed. He's fast. He's what they need. They need an injection of speed in their secondary. I think that's where they go. Next, Miami Dolphins once again. This time, they take a luxury pick. They get Arthur Richardson, who's fallen a good bit down. Well, not a good bit. He's 12th, down to 18. Not that much of a fall. He's second highest in bench reps. He's 21 years old. He's a heck of a player. He's a run stopper. He's agile. He's second in the 20-yard dash, 20-yard shuttle, third in the 3-cone. He has a 40-yard dash of 4.91, which is fourth in defensive tackle. It's 6'4", 318 at 21 years old at NC State. He's a hell of a pick. He's a luxury pick for them based on, the depth that they have already. But you can't not have enough defensive tackles. Let's be honest, and especially if they're playing the 3-4 like they are, you can always move one of those defensive tackles to a defensive end spot and just utterly disrupt the run. And that's what they need. That's where they're going. Arthur Richardson out of NC State. Next, Kansas City Chiefs, who have kind of fallen on hard times a little bit. I mean, as hard of times as you can fall on when you have the 99 overall quarterback, 94 overall running back, a 98 overall wide receiver, a 94 overall wide receiver, and a 92 overall wide receiver, and a 95 overall tight end. So, you know, the definition of hard times is a little loose here. But still. They need defensive end. They need pass rush badly. They did not do well when it came to sacks. They did a horrible job on defense overall. 29th overall in the league in yards, 28th in passing yards, 23rd in rushing yards. Just absolutely atrocious defense from them out of their 4-3 defense. Yes, they could use corner. Everybody could use corner. There isn't one available, folks. There just isn't one available at this point. So, instead, they take defensive end D'Angelo Landry. Goodness. D'Angelo Landry out of NC State. 6'4", 309. He's perfect for their inside. They could move him inside to defensive tackle, match him up with Chris Jones, move Derek Nandy to the outside. He could be a replacement for Frank Clark. They need depth. They need speed. They need power. This dude's going to give it to him. Second in bench press at 32 bench reps. 21 years of age. Speed 4.78 at defensive end. That's plenty enough. Second in 3-cone. Third in 20-yard shuttle. The dude is going to be good. They take D'Angelo Landry. My God, I cannot say that man's name. Next, we have Philadelphia Eagles, who got that number 20 pick. That 20 pick in the first round for their quarterback. And then, what did they do? They went and signed Russell fucking Wilson in free agency. Folks, you can't do much better than that. Yes, Russell Wilson is 36 years old. Yes, he is on his way down in his career. But it's Russell fucking Wilson still. The dude's amazing. Hell of a pickup from them. So yes, this whole thing about them needing QB, it's out the window. It's bullshit. It doesn't matter. What they do, they go BPA. Best player available, and that, my friends, is DeMarcus Meadows out of Auburn. He's 5'11". He's 203 with 4.42 speed. The dude is a burner. 21 years old, not 31 years old. My goodness. 4.42 speed. 35-inch, almost 36-inch vert. The dude he's good. He's gonna be what they need. They put him next to Jalen Reagor, and they're set. You don't need much else. You can move on from Deontay Johnson if you want. You can kick Paul Charles to slot. Go forward wide receiver most of the time. My goodness. And then you have 4 hella good wide receivers, including DeMarcus Meadows. That's my choice. That's where I think they go. He has insane short and medium route running skills. Well, excuse me, that's Charles. I'm talking about Charles at that point. Paul Charles has insane has insanely good short and medium route runner skills. Put him in the slot, make perfect use of him. Give DeMarcus Meadows the ability to run those deep corners, those deep outs. It'd be good to go. Next, we have the Philadelphia Eagles again. Back-to-back picks for the Philadelphia Eagles, folks. That's always nice. So they went BPA the first time, but this time they take more of a need pick. Anthony Carter out of Texas Tech. Defensive end, speed rusher, 6'1", 257. Easily has the skills to play linebacker in the 4-3, cover 3 scheme. Or you just simply move one of their other defensive ends to linebacker. You can easily move Deontay Fowler Jr., put Shaquille Barrett up there as well. Or Dominique Cruz. Any of those guys, easily move them to outside linebacker. Place a guy, move a guy, give a guy, some help. They're good to go. Anthony Carter's the pick there. Still kind of a luxury pick, based on who they have, but still, he's the pick. Next, we have the Baltimore Ravens with their insane offense. Second in the league in points, fourth in the league in yards, fourth in the league in rushing, 10th in the league in passing. DeMarcus Jackson, folks, he's the real fucking deal. He's amazing. He's fast. He's insanely good. It's nuts. So where do they go? Where do they go? They need linebacker help. They need defensive help, which is insane to me that the Ravens need help on the defensive side of the ball. And this is a team that normally is offensively deficient and needs help around Lamar Jackson. But no. The coach has done a hell of a job to bring in solid stable of running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. They have depth everywhere when it comes to offense around the man. The defense has slidden down a little. They do have some quality players on defense, though. Daniel Ramirez, Earl Jeffries, both young, up-and-coming guys. Joseph Bowles, even. My goodness, even he. And then, of course, you have Pete Lincoln, who is probably one of the best outside linebackers. Offensive lineman. One of the best outside linebackers in the game at this point. Patrick Queen, obviously one of the best middle linebackers right now. But, what do they need? They need help somewhere, right? They need a middle linebacker. They need somebody to play next to Patrick Queen. They have Bobby Wagner. My God, the dude's 35 years old. He's old, fellas. I mean, at this point, he's just old. Give the guy a break. This is not the Bobby Wagner of the Legion of Boom days. This is Bobby Wagner. Motherfucker's about to retire. So, what do? They go free safety. Go safety. Why do they go safety? Because they need somebody behind Jonathan Abram. Now, yes, they do have Silas Fleming. Silas Fleming is fine. He works in a pinch. But they need somebody else. That somebody else is Lamar Fox out of Boston College. 6'1", 196. With 4.6 speed. Vert jump. At 6'1", the dude will knock down anything. Zone coverage specialist. 23 years old, though. So there is that. But he will fill that gap when Jonathan Abram leaves. I mean, the dude is 28 now. He's aging. It's unfortunate, folks. It happens to us all. But Lamar Fox is the pick. They're going to go with him. Next, we have Seattle Seahawks. My God, they They have no Russell Wilson. What's happening here, folks? What's happening? Well, you know what's happening? I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do at quarterback. They have nobody. Are they going to play Connor Pierce? I don't know. This team is probably the worst team in the league at this moment. They let so many players go. So many free agents walked out the Seattle Seahawks door. And boy, oh boy, do they have a long road ahead of them. A long, long road ahead of them. They need talent everywhere. They need talent across the offensive line. They need a quarterback. They need a defensive end. They need corners. They need a running back. They need wide receiver. They need, I mean, hell, probably the only thing they don't need is a tight end. They need a defensive tackle. They need pass rushers. They need linebackers. They need corners. They need safeties. They need everything besides Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams, poor guy, is just wasting away at this point. But how do you start? Where do you start? You start in the trenches, folks. That's how you start. That's where you start a rebuild. And who better to start that with than my dude, a boy, a man, Channing Roberts, out of Florida at center. 6'1", 295. He's that nice compact center that you like to have. But he's 22 years old. He's first in the 20-yard dash at 4.89. 4.89 speed. Beautiful. Have a swinging center. I mean, he has a 3-cone. 4th overall 3-cone. 3rd overall 20-yard shuttle. 33 bench reps. The dude is a hell of a player. And he's going to be an amazing pass blocker for them. He is a pass blocking specialist out of Florida. Get him a quarterback. Good Lord, Seattle, get a quarterback. Next. Should be the Detroit Lions. Somehow I missed them there, guys. My bad there. Did I just lose them? I think I lost them. Alright. Anyway, Detroit Lions. I don't need their damn shit. They made some moves this offseason to get over the hump. After an 11-5 season ended in disappointment. They moved on from Terry Bridgewater. They moved on from Tyree Jackson. And they let go of Chase Oliver, who personally I thought was the quarterback of the future for them. But instead, they picked up Dwayne Haskins Jr. for Dallas. I don't know why. Don't ask me why Washington football team moved on from him. IRL, of course, totally different story. He's a total dick. But in the game, he's a hell of a player. So, they don't need quarterback. They need weapons. And the weapons they're going to get, boy oh boy, they are going to get a hell of a weapon. In wide receiver Maxwell Brooks out of Washington State, who in this instance will be falling 11 slots down to 24th pick. 6'2", 205, 4.4 speed, 23 years old. The one catch against him. But immediately, ball skills out your ass. The dude is going to be a solid contributor immediately. Immediately. Detroit Lions, Maxwell Brooks. Next. Oh, I know what happened. I clicked it. We really need to fix that. I got the Packers instead of the Lions. Anyway. Next. Broncos. 9-7 Broncos. But the Broncos, they came out of nowhere and went to the playoffs. Did amazing. I'll tell you why. Their offense. Their passing offense started to come alive. So what do they need? They need corners. They need defensive help. They were middle of the road, but very, very poor against the run. So what direction do they go? Well, folks, you're poor against the run. You need linebacker help. Linebackers is how you stop runs. And what do they get? They get D'Angelo Wolf out of Pittsburgh, outside linebacker. Let's see if I can find him here. Here we go. 6 feet tall, 228. He's small, but he has a nose for the ball, folks. A nose for the ball. 4.59 speed. Second in this class. 4.59 speed. The dude is a burner at linebacker. He could literally play safety at that speed and size. 23 years old though. Unfortunate there. But the dude's a hell of a player. He's who the Broncos are going to be going. They need help. He's going to get it to them. Next. Patriots. The New England motherfucking Patriots. Who unfortunately have not had the best offense since Tom Brady. The heaven on earth Tom Brady left the Patriots for the Buccaneers, not the Broncos. Fucking Broncos wish he went to them. So the question immediately becomes, what are they doing at quarterback? They have Jarrett Stidham. That's the only quarterback they have on their roster. So what do? Well, you keep building the defense. Defense has been the one bright spot. Granted, they were not the best against the run. They were middle of the pack, like towards the bottom of the middle of the pack against the run. Quarterback just isn't the answer right now, unfortunately. Offensive line would be huge. Unfortunately, they missed out on all of the offensive line available. So they go Dalvin Streets, defensive end out of Oregon. 6'6", 267, 4.84 speed. He could play either DE or DT. I mean, it says it all right there, folks. Going to be one heck of a get for them. First in bench press, 32 reps for 6'6", 267. Dude is a monster at 22 years of age. He's a defensive tackle in a defensive end's body. It's amazing. And they need a defensive tackle. They don't have a single defensive tackle on their fucking roster. Dalvin Streets is the answer. Next, the Dallas fucking Cowboys. They let several big name free agents hit free agency, including their quarterback, obviously. But they still have Tommy O'Neal and Mike Tyson, apparently. Nice. I wonder if that's a name change or not. I don't know. But yes, they still have Tommy O'Neal. It seems like they're comfortable running Tommy O'Neal. He did play for them the season that Haskins got hurt. Played well for him. We don't see them taking a quarterback here. There isn't a quarterback really worth taking, in my opinion. Yes, there's Rod Wakefield. Rod Wakefield is available at this point. I don't think he fits their scheme. Does not fit their scheme at all. Instead, I think they make maybe a luxury pick, but a pick nonetheless in Bradley Perrin out of Georgia. The kid's everything. The kid, he's everything you want in a running back, to be honest. He's 5'11", he's 206. He's 4.5 speed. 20-yard shuttle is amazing. His 3 cone's amazing. 20 bench reps. He's 21 years old. He has it all. And I have it on good authority. He's a slippery mofo. He's everything you want in a running back. They need, at some point, to replace Ezekiel Elliott with a talented running back. I think this is the chance they take. Zeke is getting up there in age. The dude is 30. I mean, sure, he's still 99 years old. 99 overall, not years old. He might play till he's 99 years old at this point. Who knows? And he's still talented. He's still amazing. But he's losing that speed, folks. He's losing it. It's going down, and every little bit hurts. And they need another running back. They need someone else to get in there behind him besides Andrew Carter. Andrew Carter, as you can see, does have injury issues. Bradley Perrin's the pick. Next is once again the Baltimore Ravens. 28th pick. Now after getting the safety, I think they reach slightly. I think they go for Juan Wilkerson out of Massachusetts, out of UMass. He's a speed rusher. He's 6'4". He's 251. He's a great player. He's a really great player. He's just not flashy. He's 23. He's not gonna wow you. He just simply brings the skill to be able to play both positions. And versatility is what the Ravens need more than anything when it comes to defense. Versatility is how you win. It's how you build a defense, is you have versatile players that can fill numerous roles. And that's Juan Wilkerson. Next, the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers, who stunned everybody by one, signing Gardner Minshew, and two, sticking with Gardner Minshew and playing Gardner Minshew well, doing well with Gardner Minshew. I mean, let's be honest here. Nobody expected Minshew Mania to continue to be what it was after Jacksonville, unceremoniously kicked him out of the fucking, off the team, basically. But my God, they nearly made it to the Super Bowl even after losing Aaron Rodgers. At this point, you need weapons. And weapons are what are available at this point. Who do you take? You take Craig Anthony, tight end out of USC, 6'6", 266. He's a possession tight end, but he has insane combine report. 22 years old, 4.58 speed on the 40-yard dash, number one inverted 35.9 inches, number one in the broad jump 10.5 inches, second in the 20-yard cone at 4.43 seconds. That, my friends, right there, that's running back speeds. That's ridiculous. And a 26 on the bench press. Got strength to back it up. And 6'6", 266. The dude is a load. A load. And he's going to have 85 speed, 87 speed. The dude's going to be insane. He's going to be so good. He can do everything. He's going to be amazing. And on top of that, he's a scheme fit for them. At multiple power run, you want possession. You want possession tight ends. He's perfect. He's everything they asked for and more. They're going Craig Anthony. They'd be insane not to. He's an amazing fit for them. They're going Craig Anthony. Next, we have the Buffalo Bills. Now, folks, the Buffalo Bills are a hell of a team. Look at this defense. First in points, first in yards allowed, first in passing yards allowed, sixth in rushing yards allowed. But where do you see the issue? Where do you see the issue? Offensively. Offensively, they have not been the best. They just haven't. They had a great running game. 115 yards per game. That's amazing. 100 yards a game on the ground that's spectacular. That's what you want. Now, yes, their QB play has not been the best. It's been very up and down. And they are reportedly trying to bring in Kobe Brissett to compete with Jared Fry. So maybe this is the last time we see Jared Fry. Given him two seasons so far, and so far he had an amazing sophomore season. I mean, the dude's he's 27, so for an amazing freshman season, an opening first season. He wasn't a rookie at that point. He didn't play until I think he's on year 5. Yeah, he's on year 5, so he didn't play until year 3. But the second season just hasn't been great for him. The offense really took a step back. Stephon Diggs was not Stephon Diggs for them, unfortunately. He just didn't get the ball like you'd want to, you know? They have speed galore. They have ridiculous speed everywhere. Now, their running game with Shields has been hit or miss. Shields seemed like he was a surefire, gonna be a star type of running back, and unfortunately he just hasn't been the breakout sensation that they hoped. His first season, amazing. 1,300 yards, 5.8 average, and 11 touchdowns. Like, that's the type of thing that you want to see from him. But unfortunately, it just has not been. He had a sophomore slump, like an actual, honest-to-God sophomore slump, and it was sad to see. And they hope that he can rebound, because he's their dude. He's the running back for them. That said, clearly they need help on the offense. But unfortunately, there just isn't anything available there. Now, the thing they do lack is consistent pass rush from their defensive ends. They have two of the absolute best defensive tackles maybe to ever play the game at this point. And Ed Oliver and Everett Craig. Both 95 overall. And both not even done yet. 26 and 27 years old. 295 overall defensive tackles. Blows my mind. Insane how amazing they are. But they need something more. They need something more. And that's why they are going Nicholas Thorne, defensive end out of East Carolina. Speed rusher, 6'3", he's 253. 4.7 speed. Sadly, he is 24 years old. But he appears to be the thing that they need at the particular time that their pick is available. Yes, they would love to have had one of the defensive ends at the top. Would kill to have one of the defensive ends at the top. Sadly, it just isn't in the cards for them. So they take what's available, and that's Nicholas Thorne. Last, but almost last, I should say. Second to last. Pittsburgh Steelers. The runners up to the Super Bowl. An amazing, amazing season for them. 10-6. Lost the Super Bowl by... it was a decent amount, I'm pretty sure. It's not on there, unfortunately. But yeah, it sadly was not the closest of games. But Carlos Calhoun has played out of his mind. He's played incredible for the 2 years that they've had him. 82 overall already, 23 years old. The dude is killer. And, my goodness, and they picked up Alvin Kamara in free agency. An incredible pick. Now, wide receivers are old. Their top 3 wide receivers 27, 27, 28, 29. They're old. So you'd think, oh, well, maybe they go wide receiver. Unfortunately, I mean, they do have some younger wide receivers there. But their defense is aging. The same goes for their offensive line. Fortunately, we think they go BPA. We think they go best player available. I mean, my goodness, they have 3 tight ends, all 29, 31, 32. They need an infusion of youth at numerous positions, and fortunately, at the position that they're at, they really kind of have to take a luxury pick more than go with a pick that fills a need for them. And that pick, I can't find him myself, is Rashad Stockton out of South Carolina. Yeah, where is he? There he is. Rashad Stockton, 6'3", 241. Just give Carlos Calhoun that just more weapons. As many weapons on a struggling offense that needs consistency as they. Because if you look, once again, just like the Bills, great defense. Not so much in the run department, unfortunately, but offensively, just inconsistent as it comes. I mean, in Stockton is the real deal. He's 6'3", he's 241. Is 4.6 speed. He's 22 years old. He's first in both 3-cone and 20-yard. So the dude is going to be agile. He's going to break tackles. He's got 22 bench press. He's got second invert, second in broad jump. The guy is an athlete. He's gonna be good. Going to be the direction they go. They need assistance for Calhoun as much as they can get, and at this point, that's probably their best bet, is to go Rashad Stockton. So then, finally, last but not least, is the Carolina Panthers. 8-8 Super Bowl winners, folks. Let me tell you, that's only the second time in NFL history that that's happened. You gotta go all the way back to St. Louis, my God. The New Orleans Saints. I had Saints in my head, and I went St. Louis for some reason. You can tell I'm an old football. I'm an old football fan because I think Rams, and I immediately think St. Louis Rams. But I believe I actually have to look it up again. I want to say it was 2000. I can't remember. I could have swore there was one that maybe they were in the Super Bowl, but they didn't win it. Wow. So yeah, I'm wrong. Carolina Panthers are the first ever team to be 8-8 and win a Super Bowl. So there you go. My research was incorrect, apparently, to start with, because I can't find it now, and facts only matter in the here and now. Anyway, won the Super Bowl, loaded offensively and defensively. This team is amazing. This team lacks consistency. Consistency is the issue for them more than anything. Justin Herbert has been hot and cold, on and off. I don't know. I don't know how exactly you would describe his play. 16 interceptions. It's rough. 28 touchdowns. Not the best, but 4,677 yards. He's played well. He just needs to minimize those turnovers. And I think he could pull it off. I mean, obviously, he pulled it off. He won the Super Bowl. So, Christian McCaffrey, still 99 overall, still amazing, still the best receiving running back to basically ever play the game. I mean, he's amazing. He's insane. He's the best player at the position. Maybe top 3. It's insane. DJ Moore continues, 99 overall, to be amazing. Curtis Samuel, 92 overall, continues to be amazing. Deontay Harris, 89 overall, continues to be great. Wide receiver, definitely not in their wheelhouse of need. Tight end, though. Tight end, in their wheelhouse of needs. But, there isn't a tight end really worth taking at this point. So, who do they take? They go BPA. Best player available. Always the way to go to the draft. 6'3", 233. Wide receiver. Josh Peralta. Out of Oregon. 6'3", 233. With 4.5 speed. Not fast. 22 years old, though. 15 bench rep. So, decent strength. Easily could make the transition to tight end for the Panthers where they desperately need help. I think he's the pick, folks. I think it makes the most sense for them to take a wide receiver there, turn him into a tight end, and just score touchdowns. Fuck the bitches. Fuck all the bitches. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway, folks, that's the end. All 32 teams predicted. I'm sure it'll be horribly wrong. It's always horribly wrong. But there you go, folks. Thank you so much. And hey, we're almost there. We're almost there, guys. Another season. Have a good one.